The filter operator emits only the values you are interested in based on whether the function you provide returns true or false for each value emitted from the source observable. Filter, along with map, are two of the most used operators in RxJS. To check out how this works, we'll start with the same observable of numbers that we used for our first map demonstration. Let's go ahead and import the of creation operator from the RxJS root directory. Remember, of just loops through the values that we provide and emits each of them. Next, let's just create an observable from the values 1 through 5. Remember, the pipe method is our pipeline of operators creating our stream from the source. Let's go ahead and add that now. Within pipe, we'll add our filter operator. First, we actually have to import this from rxjs/operators. As a rule of thumb, all operators that will be contained within the pipe method will come from the rxjs/operators directory. Now we're ready to add in our filter. Filter accepts a function which receives the value emitted from the source, and based on whether this returns true or false, will emit the value. For our first example, let's just say we want to emit all values that are greater than 2. To trigger our observable, we need to subscribe, and let's just log these values to the console. Let's walk this through. For every value emitted from the source, in this case 1 through 5, our filter function will be run. If this returns true, the value will be emitted and logged to the console. If it returns false, the value will be ignored. We can see because we are asking for values only greater than 2, that the values 3, 4, and 5 are logged. Next, let's build on our example that we had for map and see how we can use filter to filter for only a particular key code. Since we know we're going to need from event and map, let's go ahead and import from event from RxJS and map from rxjs/operators. Next, let's create the key upstream that we had in the previous lesson. So we'll go ahead and comment out this code that we don't need anymore, and we'll create a variable which will be referenced to our stream called keyup. And we'll use the from event creation operator with the target as our document, and the event we're listening to is keyup. What we need now is a key code stream. And the good news is we can always create a stream from another stream. So we already have a keyup stream. Let's create our key code variable. And for this, we'll use our keyup stream, and we just need to map to the key code property. So we'll use the map operator, passing it a function, which takes the event, which is the event emitted from the source, and just returns the code for that event. Let's take a break here for a second and make sure our key code stream is working as expected. So we'll subscribe and go ahead and log this to the console. And we'll see anytime I push a button now, it is properly logged with the code. We're back to where we finished in the previous lesson, but what we really want is a stream of just the enter keys. So let's go ahead and create a variable to hold our enter stream, and we'll use our key code stream from above. So at this point, we just need to filter out all keys that aren't the enter key. So for this, we'll use the filter operator, and the function we'll pass it will take the code and just make sure the key code is enter. To prove this is working, I'm going to go ahead and subscribe to the enter stream along with the key code stream. And what we should see is anytime we push any other key, it's only logged once, which is coming from the key code stream. But when we push enter, it's logged twice because we are filtering out everything but the enter key. So when I click space 3 times, you'll see it's just logged by the key code stream and enter is logged by both. To recap, filter allows you to ignore or filter out values from an observable that do not pass a given condition. From filtering for a specific event, condition, response, or much more, filter will be an operator that you rely on heavily in your day-to-day work with RxJS.